We are your hosts. I'm Sean Calhoun, and this is my lovely wife,
Christina Calhoun.
And today we're going to be talking about how many tips?
5 tips.
5 big ones. That's right. 5 tips on productivity and real estate. A lot of times when it comes to real estate, we might fall off on exactly what we should be doing. But today we're going to talk about some tips that's going to help us to stay laser focused. And if we stay focused, we're going to have a lot more success. So let's get into it. However, before we get right into it, how can people actually reach out to us, Christina?
So you can direct message us on Facebook, you can contact us on YouTube, or go to our website, prettyhomeacademy.com.
That's right. You'll find a bunch more videos there where you can find tips, tricks of the trade, as well as just some deep learning as well. But hey, let's get right into today's topic. So I'm not feeling so productive. What is probably one of the first things I could do to increase my productivity? And let's say specifically for real estate sales.
So tip number 1 has to do with just putting 3 important tasks on your to-do list for today.
But
just 3.
I got 10 things I need to do. Actually, I got like 100 things I need to do.
Right. And that gets you overwhelmed and then you aren't productive. So if you just focus on 3 tasks that you can accomplish on that day, write them down.
Just use a sticky note.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the simplest way. Put the three main super important things down on the sticky note that you need to get done. That's going to simplify your list, because we all know that working from a list can work, but you have to keep it simple.
Yes. And if you finish all 3 tasks, write 3 more tasks. You can put them on there.
Yeah.
And then that brings us to tip number 2. Start with the first thing in the morning that's most important.
Yeah.
So the first thing that you have on the list, make sure it is the most crucial thing, because then you'll get that done first.
Right. So there's a whole book on this. And we're gonna leave a link to that book. It's called Eat That Frog. It's by Brian Tracy. It sounds gross, like eating a frog. But the theory is, if you ate a frog in the morning, that would be like the worst, grossest thing you could do during the day, and everything else would be better. And that's kind of like the concept behind the book. That's like one of my big takeaways from it. But it's a really great book. We'll leave a link to that so you can check that out and help increase your productivity as well.
And that's important too, because no matter how busy your day gets, you at least did the one most important thing. And then both of those are related to tip number 3. That's setting a timer for each task.
Yeah. So some people use a kitchen timer, but I mean, I just use my phone and I just set a timer. So if it's an important task, it helps me to stay focused, because I can look at that and I see the time going. So if I have a tendency to do something else, I'm going to look at that timer and kind of remember, you know what, let me go ahead and get this done. It also helps for things that are not so important, like maybe a phone call that I shouldn't be taking right then, because these items need to be done. So
then try to beat the clock.
That's right. Beat that clock. Don't do the opposite. That happens, but try to beat it.
And then tip number 4 has to do with returning emails.
Oh man. If you email me, you're gonna get mad. Because I have an email and I like people to know my schedule. So we check emails once or twice daily. And I let people know when they email me that I'm going to be checking them, normally at noon, but sometimes at noon and at 3. Mm-hmm. So if it's urgent, then they can get in touch with myself or my assistant. And so that's how we have things set up, so that we're not spending all day in email. I used to spend all day just checking email, and I was not productive. I would get done with all of my email,
Right.
but when I looked at what I was really getting accomplished, it started to really go down.
And it really takes up a lot of your time if you're reading all these emails, answering all these emails. So just set it up to do it at specific times during the day so that you can focus on those more important activities.
That's right.
And then finally,
what?
When you complete a task, reward yourself.
Oh, yeah. Love that. So, I mean, what kind of rewards are we talking about? Christina knows I reward myself with lunch. Like, that's a reward. So,
like, I have to get this done before I take lunch.
Correct. So I'll have a meeting and I'll have maybe some things that I need to get accomplished. I'm going to have that meeting. I'm going to get that accomplished before I go have lunch or have a snack.
Right.
Or some tea or whatever. But get it done. And since we're talking about real estate, let's let that reward be for money-making activities. Prospecting, presenting, and following up. Okay, I got all my prospecting done. I'm going to stretch. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to have a snack, whatever the case is.
Take a walk.
Yep, take a walk. Do that. Same thing. Presenting, right? That could be showing a house, doing a listing, CMA, whatever the case is. I'm going to go ahead and knock these out. These are scheduled. Then give yourself a reward, okay? And same thing with following up. I'm making these calls. I got to follow up with these particular clients. I did it, and you have a reward set up. Rewards aren't just for kids.
Nope.
All right.
So those are our 5 tips to increase productivity, to get laser focused so that you can be more productive each day.
And these are really simple. So don't miss them. Don't be like, hey, oh, that's easy. Okay, that's great. Like, do it. All right.
Thanks for watching, and please tune in next week. Check out our other training videos on prettyhomeacademy.com.
See you on the next one.